He wrote one honest memo at 3 in the morning, and by lunchtime he was fired. Jerry Maguire, 1996, turned a disgraced sports agent, a loudmouth football player, and a single mom into one of the most quoted movies of the 90s. Tom Cruise plays the agent, Jerry Maguire. Cuba Gooding Jr. plays his one loyal client, Rod Tidwell. Renee Zellweger plays the assistant who bets on him, Dorothy Boyd. Jonathan Lipnicki plays Dorothy's young son, Ray. Cameron Crowe wrote and directed it. Jerry screams into a phone in his half-empty office, begging for one more chance. And the single most famous line in the whole film almost got cut, because the actress was sure it was a typo. Stay to the end to find out. 20 facts, counting down. Fact 20. This career-defining Tom Cruise role was written for someone else. The part of Jerry fit Cruise so well, it shaped a whole stretch of his career. But Cameron Crowe reportedly wrote it with Tom Hanks in mind first. Scheduling got in the way, and the role landed with Cruise instead. In the film, Jerry is all nervous energy and desperate charm. He hands out his mission statement to a stunned office at dawn. Jerry watches his entire career fall apart in a single morning. A part meant for another star became the one Cruise is remembered for. Fact 19. The catchphrase everyone screamed came from a real athlete. "Show me the money" became the line of the year in 1996. Crowe didn't invent it out of thin air, though. He picked it up from a real professional football player he'd spoken with. In the film, Rod makes Jerry shout it into the phone, louder and louder. Jerry stands in his office bellowing, "Show me the money," until he's hoarse. Rod grins on the other end, refusing to let up. A real locker room phrase turned into a line the whole country repeated. Fact 18. That phone call took dozens of takes to get right. The "show me the money" scene looks effortless. In reality, Cruise and Gooding shot it over and over for hours. Cruise kept pushing for more energy, more volume, more desperation. In the film, Jerry and Rod feed off each other until both are yelling. Jerry paces his office with the phone cord stretched tight, completely unhinged. Rod won't let him off the hook until he sells it. All that shouting you love took take after take after take. Fact 17. The director bet on the wrong catchphrase. Crowe was sure he knew which line audiences would carry out of the theatre. He thought it would be Rod's speech about the Kwan, his made-up word for love, respect, and money. Instead, "Show me the money" ran away with the whole movie. In the film, Rod lays out his philosophy of the Kwan to a baffled Jerry. He insists other players have the money, but not the Kwan. Audiences quoted the shouting match instead. Even the director couldn't call which line would blow up. Fact 16. A famous star lost the lead to a total unknown. Dorothy could easily have gone to a much bigger name. One actress, Connie Britton, nailed her audition and believed the role was hers. Then Crowe screen-tested one more woman, a near unknown named Renee Zellweger. In the film, Dorothy is the quiet heart of the whole story. She risks her job and her son's stability to follow Jerry. Dorothy falls for him before she can talk herself out of it. The part slipped away from a sure thing and made a star of a newcomer. Fact 15. The film's cutest line came from a real kid. Ray, Dorothy's little boy, gets one of the movie's best moments. He tells Jerry out of nowhere that the human head weighs 8 pounds. That line wasn't written. The young actor said something like it on set, and Crowe kept it. In the film, Ray blurts out random facts with total confidence. Jerry stares at the kid, charmed and a little baffled. Ray steals scenes from 2 Oscar-nominated adults. A child's offhand comment became one of the film's most repeated jokes. Fact 14. Cuba Gooding Jr. made up one of the biggest laughs. A lot of Rod's energy came straight from Gooding on the day. One of the film's funniest lines, a sudden shout of "I love black people," was his improvisation. Crowe liked it enough to leave it in the movie. In the film, Rod is a whirlwind of ego, joy, and swagger. He dances, brags, and cracks up everyone around him. Rod turns a locker room into his own personal stage. Some of the film's best moments were invented on the spot by its supporting star. Fact 13. A pop star choreographed the movie's big dance. Rod's end zone celebration is one of the film's high points. The moves were put together by Paula Abdul, the pop singer and future talent show judge. She built the routine that Rod breaks into after his big catch. In the film, Rod wakes from a scary hit and leaps up dancing. He works the crowd, arms flying in pure celebration. The whole stadium roars along with him. A chart-topping singer quietly designed one of the film's most joyful moments. Fact 12. The mission statement is a real essay you can read. Jerry's crisis starts with a memo he writes in the middle of the night. That mission statement wasn't faked for the movie. Crow actually wrote the whole thing out, a full-length essay, front to back. In the film, Jerry prints and binds it, then hands it to everyone at work. He pours his conscience onto the page and can't take it back. Jerry's honesty gets him fired within days. The document that wrecks his career was a real piece of writing. Fact 11. Real NFL legends are hiding in the cast. Crow wanted the football world to feel authentic, so he filled the film with real players, coaches, and executives. Quarterback Troy Aikman and other real stars turn up in cameos. In the film, Rod moves through a world of genuine pro football faces. Jerry works the sidelines and the draft among real athletes. The line between the movie and the actual league keeps blurring. Half the sports figures on screen weren't acting at all. Fact 10. The whole film is based on a real sports agent. Jerry Maguire wasn't dreamed up from scratch. Crow modeled him on a real, well-known agent named Lee Steinberg. Steinberg even worked on the film as a consultant and turns up in a cameo. In the film, Jerry lives the exact dilemmas real agents face. He wrestles with money, loyalty, and doing right by his clients. Jerry tries to stay a decent man in a cutthroat business. A real career gave the movie its conscience. Fact 9. The director's wife wrote the music. The film's warm, aching score wasn't handed to a studio composer. It was written by Nancy Wilson, a rock musician and Crow's wife at the time. She scored the movie's most tender moments herself. In the film, the music swells under Jerry and Dorothy's shaky romance. It carries the quiet scenes the dialogue leaves open. Jerry and Dorothy fall for each other under her melodies. A family project gave the film its heartbeat. Fact 8. Cuba's Oscar speech refused to be silenced. Gooding won Best Supporting Actor for playing Rod. When the orchestra tried to play him off the stage, he only got louder. He shouted his thanks over the music until the crowd was on its feet. In the film, that same unstoppable energy is the whole character. Rod never dials himself down for anyone. He fills every scene to the edges and past them. The performance and the speech were cut from the same joyful cloth. Fact 7. Cuba was secretly a trained dancer. Gooding didn't fake his way through Rod's big celebration. He had been a skilled breakdancer years before he ever acted. That background is exactly why the end zone dance looks so sharp. In the film, Rod moves with a control most actors couldn't manage. He snaps through the routine like it's second nature. Rod's body does half the acting for him. A hidden dance career made one of the film's signature scenes possible. Fact 5. A sports movie crashed the Best Picture race. On paper, this was a romantic comedy about an agent. Somehow it walked away with 5 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. Made for around $50 million, it earned more than 270. In the film, the story sneaks real weight in under the jokes. Jerry's hunt for honesty hits harder than the sports plot suggests. Jerry and Rod both chase something bigger than a paycheck. A feel-good hit turned out to be a real awards contender. Fact 4. The real love story is the one you probably missed. Everyone remembers Jerry and Dorothy. But the movie's steadiest romance belongs to Rod and his wife, Marcy. Played by Regina King, Marcy is the person Rod loves more than money. In the film, Rod and Marcy anchor the whole thing with real devotion. She believes in him when no one else will. Rod plays every down for her and their kids. The couple with less screen time carries the film's true heart. Fact 3. Tom Cruise trained with real agents to prepare. Cruise didn't want to guess at how a sports agent actually works. He shadowed real agents and studied how they lived and dealt. He wanted Jerry's world to feel completely believable. In the film, Jerry works a room like someone who's done it for years. He juggles calls, egos, and contracts without missing a beat. Jerry knows this business in his bones. The Polish came from real homework, not just charm. Fact 2. It turned an unknown into a superstar overnight. Before this film, almost no one knew Renée Zellweger's name. After it, she was one of the most talked about actresses in the country. Dorothy made her a star in a single role. In the film, Dorothy wins the audience the same way she wins Jerry. She is warm, sharp, and easy to root for. Dorothy holds her own against Cruise in every scene they share. One part rewrote her entire career. Fact 1. The film's most famous line? The actress thought it was a typo. Jerry's big speech ends when Dorothy stops him cold with one quiet line. "You had me at hello" became one of the most quoted romantic lines ever written. But when Zellweger first read it, she didn't get it, and honestly thought it was a mistake in the script. Crowe had her say it several different ways before they found the take. In the film, Jerry pours his heart out to a room full of women. Dorothy cuts him off, tears in her eyes, with that single line. The most romantic moment in the whole movie almost didn't survive the read-through. From a role meant for another star, to a catchphrase born in a locker room, to a love line the actress almost refused, Jerry Maguire was full of happy accidents. It turned a memo and a slogan into a movie people still quote. Subscribe for more secrets hiding inside the films you thought you knew.